Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the video, and today we are going to be taking on the brand new 2.4 Pure Fiction, and as you can see, we're going to be tackling it with Acheron and Jiaoqiu. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing Acheron alongside Jiaoqiu, Black Swan, and Aventurine on the first half. Even though there's not much lightning weakness here, I just want to prove how strong this team is. Despite there not being much lightning weakness, I actually think Kafka's resistant to lightning, but it shouldn't really matter. And then for this little blessing here, we do have the ultimate damage increase. And then on the second half, we are just going to go for a herta himeko team alongside ruan, Mei, and luocha because there is quite a lot of fire and ice weakness. And then we do have the follow-up attack blessing on the second half. So yeah, with that being said, let's just hop right into it. Now, this is my first time playing Jiaoqiu with Acheron in Pure Fiction, but you know what? I'm expecting great things. Obviously, we do have Black Swan here because she can apply Arcana on basic and also between waves, which is going to be nice for us. And then obviously Aventurine here is for the sustain. We do have him on the Trend Light Con, even though I don't think we really needed to. Although if they do hit the 6 debuff limit on Jiaoqiu, so it won't continue counting towards our Acheron stacks, then, you know, maybe it will come in handy. But anyway, we are just going to start off with a skill so we can get his ult right away. This will actually probably kill 2 of the little guys. Yep, and there we go. And I'm just going to go for an Acheron ult straight away, see how much we do. Already 141k. Now, obviously, this is 5 enemies, 373k without full stacks on Jiaoqiu's ultimate, which I will very gladly take. We're already off to a pretty strong 7k score start, already halfway through the wave. So I think one more Acheron would seal the deal. Now, although, dude, the Arcana stacks are doing quite a lot of damage because of the vulnerability from Jiaoqiu, which is actually pretty funny because, I mean, not Acheron. Black Swan's basically acting as a second DPS in this team, if we're being completely honest, but yeah, that's besides the point. Okay, there we go. We're already on the second wave, still haven't gone past the first cycle yet, and we will have another ult up. Now, luckily, all of these guys who do have a revive have went down. Actually, maybe I should have skilled there. I could have gotten one more enemy on the field. It is annoying that this guy is going to revive, but you know what? It's fine. I honestly feel like this was slightly supposed to be an Acheron ult. I feel like the second half is more tailor-made for Acheron, but because, you know, this is the weaker half for Acheron, maybe this can prove that she's a bit stronger. I feel like what Jiaoqiu really does is make it so you don't need to pull for someone like Argenti or Jade if you don't want to, because you can just run the herta himeko in the second half and then brute force every Pure Fiction which comes out with this team. Although, we'll see what score we get. I will say that this Pure Fiction right now doesn't really have anything that benefits Acheron. Obviously the ult buff does, but I don't think the Shatter does. I mean, there have been ones which there have been like triple nihility buffs which were obvious Acheron buffs. Like I said before, there's not much lightning weakness here, and there are revives which do kind of counter Acheron's ult. The only real other counter to Acheron's ult other than the revive is the bloody traffic lights, which are quite something, quite annoying if you've had to deal with them. Although okay, nice, we got one of the revives down. There's none on the field right now. We are just going to refresh our Jiaoqiu's ult. Technically we don't really need to, but you know what, might as well because there is no reason whatsoever not to. Let's see. I mean, yeah, might as well go for a basic. I mean, we're just gonna Acheron ult here anyway, since we do have full stacks, and 1.1 million damage. Thank you very much, Jiaoqiu and Acheron. Obviously, part of this is thanks to the fact that we are getting the shatter damage increase, but you know what? I will happily take those numbers. Okay, our Jiaoqiu doesn't have a shield on him right now, which is a bit unlucky that he was getting targeted a bit, but you know what, it's fine. I mean, we're already on the final cycle, which once again, I will very much take. I think, is that 31k? Okay, we're doing a lot of damage per Arcana, I am realizing right now. Now, one thing I do want to mention is my Jiaoqiu is speed tuned to my MOC, my MOC Acheron team. So he's on 157 speed right now, whereas my Black Swan is on like 137 speed. So they're not really synced up with speed. So I'm sure you could actually have better results if you speed tune your teams a little bit better. Okay, we have brought Kafka to below 70%. Still in the second cycle. We are going to break her here as well. It would be nice if we could get an Acheron ult off during her turn because we will just we will just deal absolute loads of damage to her. But you know what? Can't ask for too much, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie, I was very tempted to run this team in the second half alongside, what's the name, Kafka, so that we could have a quadruple nihility team with just insane damage on the entire team, but I ended up deciding against it because technically I don't really have a very strong team on this first half. I technically could, maybe something like a Blade plus Herta would work, but you know what, that's besides the point. We're focusing on this half right now. We have hit another 1,000,000 damage. Our previous ult did 90k. Obviously, these are ramping up slowly thanks to the shatter buff we picked up earlier. We have already hit 30k, which is very nice. I would aim for minimum 35k. It would be nice if we could hit 40,000. Wait, I feel like, okay, we might not. Although, I think all of our units are actually going to go again. So, okay, yeah. As long as we clear this wave, I think killing the boss gives 3k. The problem is the boss doesn't go down unless we kill all the summons. So what we need is we need to kill all the summons before we take out Kafka. Although I honestly don't think that's realistic. Although maybe we'll be able to get another Acheron ult off. We shall see. It depends all on how much these enemies will take their turns. As you can see, she is on 1 HP right there. Actually, it would have been smarter if I targeted one of the summons who was on low HP. Actually, none of them are right now. If I want to kill... Oh, no, I messed up. Oh, no. When all of them took their turn, they were going to get stacks for Jiaoqiu. Now we can ult. We'd be on 6 stacks. I think we would have got one more Acheron ult off if we didn't go for our Black Swan's ult. Oh, that's so annoying because we're on 35k. And, no, 35k, bro, that so could have been like a 40k clear. Oh, that's so annoying because you can it's so annoying that you have to kill all the enemies before you kill the boss. I feel like that's specifically counted so that you don't run hunt units or units like Acheron in Pure Fiction and just kill the boss, because the boss gives you 3k score, I'm pretty sure. So that would have been like a 38k clear, which means if some of our rotations were better, and we killed some more summons, then, we could have had such a nice clear. Okay, so basically what we've established is you should expect like 35k is a minimum, basically, because, you know, I've seen better situations for Acheron. Obviously we are playing herta himeko now with, actually no, I'm just realizing now, maybe it would have actually been better if we had brought Gallagher, because he could actually break more weakness than Luocha would right now. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I mean, hey, we got our 35k on our first half. I said I wanted 35k, and I got 35k, so I can't really complain. Also, our Herta is really squishy. I'm just realizing right now. Maybe I should have given her Himeko's Lycon so that she'd have a bit more bulk. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm still a bit annoyed that we couldn't get a higher score on Acheron. I mean, I can't complain too much. 35k always will be a decent score. As long as you can guarantee yourself 35k on one half, you should be completely fine on the other half, even if it's not built for Pure Fiction properly. I mean, I feel like if you get a dot team, yeah, I feel like if you have Kafka, Himeko, or Jiaoqiu, or Acheron, then you should be so good for Pure Fiction. I feel like because herta and Himeko are just so strong in Pure Fiction, that picking up Jiaoqiu is more valuable to me, personally, than picking up, say, a Jade or an Argenti who aren't that good in other game modes, like, say, for example, MLC. Because, I mean, Acheron, Jiaoqiu is going to be one of the strongest teams in MLC nowadays. I feel like Jiaoqiu is going to be Acheron's best partner in Apocalyptic Shadow as well. If there's one big boss enemy, then you can run like Jiaoqiu plus Silver Wolf. If there's more, you can run Jiaoqiu Pela. And then obviously in MLC, Jiaoqiu Pela is very strong. And then here in MLC, Jiaoqiu plus Black Swan is very strong. And that's all what's being very comfy running a sustain aventurine who's not really built for damage. So yeah, I feel like there's definitely ways in which you can increase your damage much more than I did. I don't feel like my teams were exactly optimal, but you know what? We live. And anyway, maybe we should focus up a bit more on this half. There we go. Herta clears this wave, and Himeko should clear this one. Okay, never mind. Although, there we go. Let's see how many more enemies do we have. Are they not one-shot? I thought they were one-shot. Okay, that's annoying. We're gonna have to waste ults on 2 enemies. That's annoying. As long as they die here. I mean, yeah, they will. Wait, how's this guy still alive? Oh, that's so annoying. Why? Okay, there we go. Although we did unfortunately have to take it into the next cycle, but we can bring a Himeko ult into it. And we already have 55k. That's once again thanks to our very strong first half. I do feel like this is actually a weaker clear for a herta Himeko team. And then also, obviously, in the first half, we could have got more than what we did. But, you know what? I don't want to keep complaining. We succeeded. We got what we wanted. We got 35k, like I said. 35k is a very nice score because it will allow you to go for 25k on your second half, which might not be as strong. So, yeah, very much recommend Jiaoqiu. He has been an absolute treat to play for me. Okay, you going for herta there is quite... Okay, why do you keep doing that? There was absolutely no need for that whatsoever. But, you know what? It is what it is. Okay, into an alt, which will allow us to... okay, you know what? Okay, herta will get some healing there. You know what? Don't hit herta, please. I mean, we're basically locked in for 60k, I'd say, either way, but I would rather do it with our herta rather than without. Thank you very much. Okay, lovely. I am just gonna break this guy, obviously more damage and a stack, but more importantly, he won't be attacking our precious herta. And now we can scale our herta, and she can also ult. And that should lock in the 60k. I'm gonna be real, it was closer than I wanted it to be. Herta being frozen there was very annoying, but hello? 60k, please? There we go. Okay, 60k. We cut it much closer than we should have. This was actually a really weak herta himeko half, which, my bad. But, you know what? I guess beggars can't be choosers. We got 35k on the first half. This was an Acheron Jiaoqiu showcase to show you that even if your second half is bad, you can do it anyway. And we end on 62k as well, which is nice. But, yeah, there is definitely a world in which we get more than 35.8k. I mean, if we had killed just one more enemy, that would have been like 36k, which means we were... I think we were one, maybe 4 or 5 smaller enemies away from taking out Kafka, which would have been such a clean clear to get first time. But you know what? We got the 35k we wanted. We got over 60k. We got 3 stars. It's time to move on to our character builds. Now, just before we move on to our character builds, I would like to show you guys another clear I attempted where we managed to get an even a higher score, but something very annoying happened. So as you can see, here I am just trying to take out all the enemies. I know this is the final mob, which isn't a part of the wave, which I want to take down. So I Acheron ult here, and we take down every single enemy. But unfortunately, Kafka's shield did not go down in time. So yeah, the shield stays until like the turn's over. So we got 37k instead of 40k just because of a technicality, which is really unfortunate and really annoying. I think if either Shatter wasn't in this pure fiction or if it was something else, we would have got the 40k there. So just thought I'd let you guys know that's how a stronger clear would look. So yeah, but anyway, with that being said, it's time to move on to the character builds. Well then, as you guys can see, Acheron and Jiaoqiu are a very strong pair in pure fiction, and we very nearly got 40k, but we're just off because of how some mechanics work. But yeah, anyway, when it comes to our character builds, our Acheron is on 111 speed, 65 crit, 155 crit damage. Obviously, this will go up thanks to certain buffs and stuff. But yeah, nothing too crazy. E0S0, good night's sleep well, and then talents mostly leveled up. Relics are decent, not amazing, but not bad either. Plain ornaments are a bit cope, but you know what? Can't be too greedy. And then she is E0. When it comes to our Jiaoqiu, he's on 157 speed, 144 effect hit rate, is on an S4, Eyes of the Prey. Traces mostly leveled up other than skill and basic. And then he is on 2p speed, but then he is on 2 rainbow pieces, which just have the most speed and effect hit rate that I have. Like I said, this is optimized for MOC instead of pure fiction, although I don't think that should really change much. Our aventurine during the video was on the trend set. When I did the second run, he was on this build instead, which has slightly more defense, but obviously isn't on trend. But I decided that since we killed Acheron the first time around, we got enough ults needed anyway, so wouldn't really change much. And then our Black Swan is on 137 speed, with 109 effect, basically 110 effect hit rate, it's 9.9. And then on an S1, Eyes of the Prey, Trace is fully maxed out on the dot set, so her Arcana were doing big damage during that run, which is very nice for us. And then obviously E0. And then when it comes to our second half team, our Himeko, 129 speed, 61 crit, 114 crit damage. On her signature light cone, Trace is mostly maxed out although I got lazy at some points, is on the follow-up set. Not amazing, not terrible. And then when it comes to her Eidolons, she is E0 Ruan 158 speed, on 117 break effect. This is also my MOC build, because I normally pair her with Harmony Trailblazer, but I didn't this run, but I was a bit too lazy to change her build, so yeah. And then Herta is on 125 speed, 76 rate, 114 crit damage, gets 40 from this S5 F2P Lycon. Trace is mostly leveled up. On the 4-piece ice set, I actually normally run a different set on her, but again, I was too lazy to change it, but we got 60k anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then she is E6, and then finally, our luocha, who we used, is on 162 speed, on perfect timing. Trace is mostly maxed out, we don't need more healing, to be honest, because luocha's healing is pretty insane. 2-piece speed, 2-piece healing bonus. And there you have it, that's our character build. So yeah, once again, as you can see, Acheron Jiaoqiu, very, very, very strong together in Pure Fiction. Will do even better if you have a Black Swan as well. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Be sure to let me know how your Pure Fiction runs went. If you picked up a Jiaoqiu and an Acheron, how'd you find it? And with that being said, be sure to like and subscribe. We are on the road to 1k subscribers, so I would appreciate it greatly. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.